Your life expectancy actually depends on where you live. And so if you live in a more affluent community, your life expectancy is going to be a lot higher, sometimes as much as 15 years, than a person that lives in a low-income community.
Because we're really unhealthy as a community. High levels of obesity, heart disease. There's about 70% of all the chronic disease in this country is diet-related. That condition has been exacerbated by the fact that we've had this migration into the urban environments, right, where most of the people are living in the city now.
A lot of students from here in Sacramento or from all across California, there's a disconnect between where food comes from and the food they eat.
A lot of people think, health is they think of going to the doctor's office, but really only 10% of your health is dependent on health care. The rest of the 90% could be lifestyle choices, genetics, and other environmental factors. So really, it's amazing, like just 10% is really due to healthcare. So we have to start looking at the rest of the 90%. In the Sacramento City Unified School District, we've got this initiative going called Growing Together, and really the objective is to make sure that the school garden is actually incorporated into academic curricula.
So for the rest of the day, please treat...
One of our great opportunities right now is in partnership with the California Endowment, and there was a whole community process that South Sacramento went through to kind of define what did that community want to do to try to improve its overall health. And what rose to the top was that we needed to do some activities at the school level to really engage children in a variety of different activities, but one of them was food, right? Healthy eating, gardening-based education. And so at that point, Soilborn Farms and some other partners kind of stepped in and said, hey, let's create a school garden program. Shannon Hardwick had been doing a program at Theodore Judah and had really done some amazing work. So we used that school as a model to say, hey, let's take what we accomplished with the Science Alive program at Theodore Judah and kind of blow it up and bring it district-wide. So what we ended up doing was selecting 5 pilot schools, and we're starting to see some pretty amazing stuff happen at those schools.
In our work here with Growing Together and also some of the other local organizations that are working on healthy food access, the idea with working with Common Vision, which is a nonprofit that installs orchards throughout the state of California into schools, came up, and we investigated partnership with them, and so we have an opportunity here to install the orchard with their expertise and experience.
There are a number of reasons why school orchards and gardens are really crucial parts of the education system. One, which is for us really central, is food access and relationship. And so one of our real focuses in a lot of organizations on the ground is to develop relationships with healthy food and develop understandings of potential for food access. In addition, there's also the fact that there's very little hands-on in the environment education that happens at all in our school systems currently. One of our goals as Common Vision is to engage kids in understanding the environment as where they live, their homes and their communities.
I'm really creative. And I can do anything I want to do.
And I can do anything I want to do.
As long as it's a good thing.
As long as it's a good thing.
And I'm going to have a really good day in recess.
And I'm going to have a really good day in recess.
And it was nice to meet you.
It was nice to meet you.
And I'll see you later.
And I'll see you later. All right. Thanks. Bye. Good job, everyone.
Thank you. The site was chosen for a couple of reasons. It's locale close to the garden and it's access to the classes that happen to be involved on campus. But we also had to choose it with district's approval in mind. They are concerned that orchards are going to be a maintenance issue for them, and so we've had to be sensitive to the work of our facilities crews on campus and develop a plan that worked for both this school site and the orchard as well as for the district as a whole.
1, 2, 3, trees! Awesome. Thank you all so much.
This is a community garden, and it's off school grounds, and we share it with the community. It's not really designed for kids to be able to get into all the parts of the garden, so they actually have to step on the soil to get to the back of the bed. One of the things that we have done is put 4x4 container gardens outside of classrooms because our community garden is locked and the kids can't always get access to it, so they're able to grow food outside their classrooms.
We're gonna take a little walk around the garden. I don't want any talking, but what I want is a lot of observation with your eyes and your ears and your nose, but nothing from your mouth right now. Do you think you can do that? Let's take a quiet observation walk. The group that was over here, which I believe was 1 and 2, and part of 3 is going to be with Miss Sarah to start. Group 4 and 5 will come with me out to the other benches, and we're going to do an activity right over there, okay?
So today we are going to meet some of the plants in the garden, and we're going to meet them by looking at them and touching them and harvesting them. Who knows what that big word harvesting means?
It means pick.
We're going to take the big leaf on the outside and I'm going to move. This is my harvesting tool. Can everybody go like this? This is your harvesting tool. Your fingers. Your hands are your best gardening tools.
So I know Emily looks like a girl, but we're actually going to turn her into a plant. You guys are going to do it. I want to know, how are we going to turn her into a plant? So you got to tell me the parts that she needs on a plant to get these things. If a pollinator does not come to Emily's flowers, we wouldn't have any fruits and vegetables. But let's just say we did have, who would you like your pollinator to be?
Angelia.
Okay, come pollinate her flowers for her. What are you? Are you gonna be a bat or a bird?
A bat.
Oh, a bat. She's gonna be a bat. Ooh, she's pollinating you at night. Okay, pollinate, pollinate. All right, ooh, that bat got all that sweet stuff out of the flower.
How about everybody kind of rips their leaf in half the long way like this, okay? Remember, only lettuce over here, only beet greens right here, and only kale right here. Make sure you take a bite and chew it and swallow it. It will not kill you, I promise.
It's good. It's good.
So 1 dino kale, and you can go ahead and taste it. Go ahead, Juliana.
It tastes like soap.
Taste it.
I've had soap before.
Okay.
Ew!
Who wants to share what they think about the lettuce? Go ahead, Bella.
It's kind of soft when on the roof of your mouth, and it's a little sour at the beginning. It tastes good doing it.
All right, you guys remember what we're making?
I like doing it. I like doing it. Oh my God, meal. Yeah, oh my God, you guys are putting these in it. My hand is free. You put the orange in there and you just squeeze it and then it comes out. It's important to come out to the garden because you get to learn how to eat healthy stuff and you get to learn how to plant like food, fruit and vegetables.
Why is that important to you?
Because so I can make stuff for my family, for healthy stuff for my family.
Do you always eat healthy, or did you learn to eat healthy because of the garden?
I learned to eat healthy because of the garden.
What did you used to eat?
Like hot Cheetos and chips.
And we want to keep this shut so it boils.
Oh,
Just water, and then we're going to put our pasta in.
We have to open it a little bit.
It's kind of tough when the kids don't like it, but most of them, today a lot of them were really excited to taste it. We did a raw kale and Brussels sprout salad, and the kids loved it. I think it's, that's something. Some adults don't even like raw kale salad.
Yeah!
Jaime Avelar, he's a famous chef, and me and my other teammates and classmates, we are going to be representing our school, and we're going to be talking a lot to Jaime Avelar.
Hi guys! How are you? How's it going, man?
Yep.
Are you gonna scream?
Very nice to meet you.
Just do it! Ow!
All right, come on, guys. Let's walk him back, huh? If you guys want to come around this, who wants to share a little bit? Go ahead. You speak up, man.
Okay. How I feel about this garden is like I could stay here until I die.
Oh, nice. I think about this is kind of like a family.
Really?
Yeah.
Describe why you feel like it's a family.
Because we can be healthy, eat more fruits, but some of these fruits are dying too. But I don't want the fruits to die either.
This is his sign, and this is my tree.
It is. This is one of my favorite fruits. That's fun. Oh, you're lucky. You're lucky.
What is it called?
It's a pluoc.
Pluoc.
What's it called?
Pluoc.
Pluoc. Do you know what a pluoc?
No, I'm learning. What is a pluoc? Pluoc. Sorry, I come from England, so we don't have anything like that. You know what would be really nice is, can we get a picture of all the kids and Meanne and Alice just around this little area? Is that possible?
Absolutely.
Do you know what's really exciting about this though, kids? That it's going to be your children that come to this school that are going to be able to really benefit from this.
Yep. They'll be eating the fruit off your trees.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I know that sounds really weird, but it's going to go really quickly.
That's right.
I've been working at the Edible Schoolyard Project for 20 years. And the one thing that I'm absolutely sure about is when kids grow food and they cook it, they all want to eat it.
You know, learning about food and where it comes from is really, really important. You know, I've worked in some of the poorest communities in the world, and they do one of two things. You know, some of the poorest communities in the world cook some of the most delicious, nutritious food I've ever eaten in my life, right? Fact. At the same time, if they don't know about food, if they don't know how to cook, if they don't know how to budget and find great local food, then of course that becomes not just some of the poorest areas, but some of the most unhealthy areas. So sadly, poverty and bad health go together. So what we got to do is we've got to break that. We've got to break that and teach people how to cook and make them aware, make them streetwise, and make their dollars go a lot further. So here at the school is a great place to start that movement.